Your warm-up alone can make you a way more explosive football player than you are right now. In this video, I'm gonna be showing you the warm-up I did to go from a 4.7 to a 4.4, and really from a 5.1 to a 4.4 in a 4-year span, but in a really 1 to 2 year span, I went from a 4.7 to a 4.4, and this is how I did it. A big part of me getting that 4.4 and dropping it from a 4.7 and getting there is because of my warm-up. And obviously there's more things in a factor like strength training, like eating the right foods, like doing the right things during your workout and working out the right way. Yeah, there's more things to it to get faster, but your warm-up is very important. That's why I'm making a video about it. Because if you can get your warm-up right, then you can get a lot faster. You'll be way faster than you ever thought you could be, and you can be explosive as some of the athletes in the NFL, okay? You just gotta be consistent with this. For this video, I'm only talking about the warm-up. So whatever workout you're doing for speed, whatever you're doing to get faster, you can continue doing that. I just want you to try out this warm-up and do it consistently after like a couple months and see if you feel more explosive, see if you feel better running, okay? Just by warming up like this, you will see massive improvement, because this is basically working out. This is basically strength training, but for your speed, okay? It's your warm-up. So how lifting weights gets you muscle, that's what your warm-up does for your speed. It's basically the same thing, because your warm-up, it shouldn't be treated like a warm-up. It should be treated like actual drills, okay? With enough of that out of the way, here's the warm-up that I do and that I did to remain the explosive athlete I am, okay? And before we even do the actual movements, I wanna tell you about isometrics, okay? Isometrics is what I do at the beginning of my workouts. You can do it in your weightlifting, but every time I'm starting a lift, or I'm starting to do field work, or I'm starting to do speed drills, whatever it is, my workout, or before practice, I'm doing some isometrics. And basically what it is, I'm showing you on the screen. Basically it activates your muscles and gets you ready for the bigger movements. But all you're doing is holding a position and contracting that muscle for like 30 seconds. You can add a whole bunch of weight and do them for like 5 seconds if that's what you want. Do super intense ones for 5 seconds. But the ones I'm showing on the screen, these are the ones that I do every day for my warm-up before I even start moving my body, okay? Isometrics, that it helps your joints get right. It's really good for your joints. So if you're having any pain in your knee and your ankle, your Achilles, it's feeling weird, try some of these isometrics, because it can help you out a lot. And it can, over time, if you just be consistent with it, your pain will keep on going down, okay? And so after I do my isometrics, here are the actual drills that I do. And just to remind y'all, if y'all haven't seen any of my videos before, whenever you're doing these drills, whenever you're doing your dynamic warm-up or anything that you're trying to build speed, all of these drills, you need to put your foot in the ground as hard as you can. It needs to be as intentional. It needs to be super high intensity. So if you need to take a break, take a break. But the idea behind this is to have as much intensity and intention behind every step you take in these drills, okay? So speed march is the first one. Speed march, put your foot in the ground as hard as you can. That's the first thing I would do in high school on my track team, whenever I do my track workouts. And then I'll do A skips, then I'll do B skips. Speed march, A skip, B skip, those are mandatory. If you want to be fast, those are mandatory for you to get good at. Those are mandatory for you to put your foot in the ground as hard as you can, okay? And it's gonna be hard and it's gonna be tiring, but if you can stick through it, if you can push through it and keep on working, it'll be very beneficial to your speed and to your athletic career, okay? And then high knees, I do high knees after the B skips, and then I do high knee butt kicks. And that's all the running things, because they say whenever you're warming up or something, like this is a speed warm up, so we're warming up to sprint, you want to do things that are similar to sprinting, okay? So if you're warming up to jump, which are going to be these next couple exercises, I was still doing the same warm up, then we got to do some things. We got to jump to warm up, okay? And so the next thing I would do in my warm up would be these jumps for height. Okay, and these would be kind of like box jumps, but like there's no box. You're just jumping as high as you can, pulling your feet in the air as high as you can for like 10 yards. And all of these drills, you can do them for about 10 yards, 10 to 20 yards, okay? One thing that my trainer now that he makes me do, he makes us do these from, instead of 10 yards, which we did in high school, we do them for like 20 to 25 yards. And it's tiring to do that stuff, especially the high knees and A skips for 25 yards. But if you can get used to it, then like that'll just build your muscle endurance, and that's really good, okay? So If you can't do it at 25 yards, do these at going to 10 yards, and then eventually build up to like 15 to 20, and that'll help you a lot. It will help you a lot. But when you do build up, I want you to keep it intentional. So if you find yourself not getting as much reps in and just trying to complete the 20 yards, when it comes to the A skips, the B skips, then I want you to keep it low, keep it at 10, because it's really more about the intent and the intensity you put behind it, not how long it is, okay? But that's why I say gradually build up, okay? So after these jumps for height, then we do regular broad jumps where we jump for distance, okay? And then we'll do the same thing with single leg, jump for distance. So with your left leg, see how many jumps you can get in 10 yards, okay? I'm pretty sure if you're super elite at these, you can get 3 jumps in 10 yards, but that's super elite. Most people get like 4 or 5 maybe, okay, with your left leg and then with your right leg. And then another thing we would do is called prime times. Some people call these single legs or straight leg sprints, whatever you want to call them. It's just whatever I'm showing you on the screen right now. And then after that, then we would finally hit our 10-yard sprint. We would go there and back, and that would be our warm-up, okay? And it's max intensity. You do all of these things and you implement these into your warm-up, you gotta change your perspective on your warm-up. Whenever it comes to sprinting and getting faster, it's not called a warm-up anymore. It's called speed drills. And that's what my track coach told me, that these are drills to get you faster. Just like how you do drills to get better on the football field, these are drills to get you faster, okay? These warm-ups. So if you move through the motions, you go through the motions and you wonder why you're slow, you wonder why you're not as explosive as the person you're competing with, this can very much be the reason why, is that your warm-up and you're doing your speed drills the wrong way, okay? Now that we know a new warm-up we can do to get explosive, here's a video teaching you secrets on how to be the best player on the field.